They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Now sliding to his left. He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now on second down after the incompletion. To the air, it's Jennings. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Off the RPO, complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Fires on the move. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Jennings. Going deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll fire to his right. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heel,
he unleashes a long one. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Slides away. Got a man. It's Jackson. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Looking down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
The Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Unloads quickly. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Offense, quick tempo. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. And the Mustangs get enough to move the chains. A first down for the offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arkansas 14, SMU 0.
The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt, needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start, keep chipping away.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a night.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Rides to the back. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
But with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Makes the grab. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle.
And he's running in the open. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
The throw. Snags it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the grab on the left. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Firing to the right, complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Ball in the air, intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. That's why he picked it off.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. The sweet feet buy a little time. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line.
And it's gearing up for a first down.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Buys a little time. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep ones, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
On 4th down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Green. Fires on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll take another shot here. And he hauls it in inside the 30. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Got his man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
On first down, here comes this offense. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. He turns that loose down the right side. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll try to take it back. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
And they do.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning, and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 21 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Mustangs will boot it away to start the game. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score! Touchdown, Husker!
How about that play? Yeah, that was a great job by the return man, but how about the execution and the blocking? Everybody getting a hat on hat. They set up that return perfectly. Can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. What a lift that can give your team. Take a kickoff back 88 to the house. They're lining up for the kickoff, but let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Lining up for a first down play. The give is to Smith. At the 35, he's loose. Open runway ahead. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He just cut into this deficit, and now they're trying to get the ball back early with an onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
First down. He wants to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He rifles one deep down the middle. Makes the catch down the right side. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Coming in, lost one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quarterback extends the play. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, SMU.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field. When I run that post route, QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
zings it complete to the right. He's into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. To the air. It's Raiola. Gonna take a shot. What a snag by the defense.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback checking off. He'll come out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. Running with power. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Grab behind the line. It's Daniels. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He looks that one in nicely. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Up-tempo for the offense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the...
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Big cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it and unfortunately gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. Looking for a huge play. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Quarterback empties his backfield. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air on first down. Hit as he throws. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Quarterback moving. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect.
And he's got it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The handoff to Johnson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance.